And joining us today in our Book Talk segment, great to welcome man you've seen on TV quite a bit on PBS lately, and of course a bestseller of several books on dieting and eating properly. His latest book is called Eat to Live Cookbook, 200 delicious nutrient-rich recipes, and we're joined today by the New York Times bestselling author Joel Fuhrman today. And Doctor, good to have a chance to chat with you. I've seen you quite a bit on PBS down here, I guess, around the country that's been on, those couple of specials you've done, so congratulations on that.
Oh, thanks so much. Terrific. I'm excited to be here with you today.
Do you like doing those specials?
Oh, I love it. It's been so incredibly exciting. I mean, you couldn't believe the hundreds of emails I get every day of people that have changed their life, saved their life, lost weight, got rid of diabetes, got rid of chest pain, psoriasis. It's just by being able to teach nutrition on television is able me to reach so many people with such a positive message. With such a, what's the word, so satisfying in my career,
It's kind of unique because obviously you were kind of bombarded by commercials for all sorts of food on TV and the cooking shows, and nothing wrong with that, but very few shows really tell you how to eat nutritionally when you need it. So you're providing a service there.
Yeah, thanks so much. And I'm really on a mission because people really don't know that they don't have to have heart attacks if they don't want to. They just think the inevitable consequence of aging is you have heart attacks, you have strokes, you get dementia, you get cancer. They don't know that these diseases, now that nutritional science has advanced to the point where these diseases are preventable and avoidable. And we don't have to have heart attacks. We don't have to have strokes. We can protect ourselves. And so to give people the information that these tragedies that happen to almost everybody in America don't have to happen, and that therapeutically that superior nutrition is more effective than medications for most chronic illnesses, too. Instead of being on drugs the rest of your life, just get completely all better. It just makes more sense. It's
amazing when you think of, you go back to, our grandparents' age, maybe even before that, they knew how to cure things, or at least make you feel better by mostly food back then.
I think Socrates said that, and then we're talking here about whether you go back, 5,000 years or you still feel the same thing. But obviously in those days, in the Middle Ages, we had people that didn't have, they didn't have processed food, they didn't have sugar and ice cream and cookies and crackers and rice cakes and breakfast bars and corn chips and soda and soft drinks. And right now we have an epidemic of obesity-related diseases and diseases related to bad diet. And, back then there was bad sanitation, they didn't have flushing water and flushing toilets, and they couldn't hand wash their hands, and we had we had more infectious diseases. But today we reduced infectious diseases predominantly by cleaning up the water system, having flushing toilets, and what replaced itself with is diseases of nutritional stupidity and a food addiction. Because people don't recognize that processed foods and highly concentrated sweeteners and oils are addicting, and people can't stop overeating. And but in any case, my Eat to Live cookbook is really a tremendously, how should I say it, satisfying, exciting, because I'm showing people whether it's the holidays, whether it's a fancy party, you can have delicious food that's healthy for you. We can marry together great taste with great health. So you don't have to say, okay, I want to just live for pleasure. I don't care if I die 20 years young. I just want to enjoy my life. That's just crazy. That's just a person who's ignorant or fully addicted talking, because you can have great pleasure in life and great health at the same time. And that's what's, of course, my Eat to Live cookbook has not just my own recipes I've developed over the last 30 years, but also contributions from members on my website, which are the best rated recipes, and from nutritarian chefs across the country, famous chefs who have their own restaurants and things who contributed their best nutritarian recipes, high nutrient recipes as well.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there. A lot of people say, if I got to eat healthy, I'm not going to enjoy anything. But and maybe in the old days that's true. You don't want to just eat broccoli all the time. But you've kind of done it here in your book, providing some recipes that have some taste, right?
That's right. We have great taste. As you get healthier, your taste buds get more sensitized and get healthier too. And foods actually taste better. As people don't understand that they weaken their smell and their taste when they're not healthy and they're eating poorly. But yes, we're talking about great food. We're talking about delicious, enjoying the life more, not less. And we're talking about why not have a heart attack and not get demented. With all these people in nursing homes, all these people with strokes, and that the recent advances in modern nutritional science has made it possible for us to say today that we can win the war on cancer. We can make breast cancer, colon cancer, and prostate cancer, the three leading cancers in America, relatively rare. And we're not going to beat these cancers with more prostate exams, more mammograms. We're going to beat these cancers with people changing the way they eat and eating their G-bombs, G-B-O-M-B-S, all these greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. These foods that each one of them individually has been shown to offer dramatic protection against cancer. When you make a diet develop synergistically to include all these powerful anti-cancer foods, then we can really change the health of the American population.
Yeah, that's good news there. I know you have a chapter in the book, and I started doing this several years ago. Got myself one of those juice machines, and make the carrot, apple, celery juice, that kind of thing, and that's pretty helpful too. And it also makes you less hungry if you drink those kind of juices too, right?
Well, yeah, we want people to expose themselves to healthy nutrients from real food. Mm-hmm. Because the American diet is now 55% of calories from processed foods and 30% from animal products. And both processed foods and animal products don't contain the phytochemicals and the antioxidants that offer people those protective anti-cancer effects. So we need a broad exposure to hundreds, maybe even thousands of phytochemicals found in natural foods to achieve optimal health. So, I've written some books, and I've given people the hope and the ability to get well. And here in the Eat to Live Cookbook, I'm showing them that how, making it easy for them to realize that even when you're going to a party over the holidays, even when you're, cooking for, whatever you're doing, bring your own food with you. Bring a dish. Bring a healthy ice cream, a healthy sorbet, a healthy apple pie, a healthy chocolate cake. We make our chocolate cake with shredded beets and carrots and zucchini with a little bit of whole grain and cocoa powder and macadamia nut dressing. Whether you're making an ice cream from coconut and banana and fresh vanilla bean, or whether you're making a chocolate cake or a sorbet or a burger, a mushroom, onion, oat burger. We're talking about all types of delicious food, including salad dressings, which instead of using oil, making it with whole food, like whole nuts and seeds to blend in the salad dressing to have more beneficial health effects. So it's a whole different way of looking at food and a whole different way of cooking.
How'd you come up with these recipes, Vlad? I guess you tested out and people gave them to you, or how'd you put this together?
Well, that's right. I've been doing this for many years, so over the years, my interaction with with a healthy community of experimenting with recipes, and I call myself a medical chef. More than anything else, I'm teaching people how to live a healthy life and how to make it enjoyable. And then, of course, at drfuhrman.com, at my website, I've had a member center where members have shared recipes, and we've posted probably 1,000 recipes where people have rated them, which were their favorite ones. And we pulled out some of those favorite ones to add to the book as well. And then there were some nutritarian restaurants and nutritarian chefs around the country who contributed their most favorite recipes in the book as well. So it's mostly my ideas, but I have a lot of some contributions from other people as well to complete the book.
Yeah, I know you have an affiliation too with Whole Foods. You have a big Whole Foods down here in our area, Sarasota, which sells a lot of the obviously the fresh and organic vegetables and foods. So more people tend to be flocking to those type of stores nowadays, right?
Yeah, well, Whole Foods is a fine store, and their mission there is to not just to be the best grocer, but to teach people and to have people get healthier, and that's a wonderful thing. And so I think that there's a lot of ways people today have the availability, of having healthier food. But of course, you have fast food restaurants at every street corner, and we have more availability of unhealthy food at the same time. Right. It really comes down to people have to make a choice. They have to really take some effort to protect their health, because everywhere they go, they're bombarded with donuts and cookies and soda and junk food, and so in other words, in today's modern society, we have options of the best options, and you have the worst options side by side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of choices, and in some ways that's a good thing. Other ways it's a challenging thing. But you have a choice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, the name of the book is Eat to Live Cookbook. We've been talking with Dr. Joel Fuhrman today. And, Doctor, give out that website again. People get a hold of you or the book.
Oh, thanks so much. It's drfuhrman.com, and that's drfuhrman.com.
Great. Doctor, pleasure to talk to you, and again, enjoy watching you on TV. If you're ever down this way in Sarasota, love to talk to you again. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you. All right, take care.